Hello everyone, my name is FlareBlitzed and we've returned back to Jugular 3. Now you may have noticed that I'm going to be starting back from the beginning of the game again, and that's a very good reason for this, and the main reason was because I completely screwed up my previous playthrough of this game, and by the time you're watching this video the previous playthrough would have been deleted. So I have a foolproof strategy in order to get through this game, and I needed to play through the game at least once to get an idea of what is I need to do. And comparing to the other two games, it is quite difficult. But if you've not noticed already, there is the fourth game as well, which is viewable on Itch.io, which you can download, which you can see right now. I'll leave a link in the description below.
This time I'm going to kill a Demogorgon. Its heart is the only way to cure cancer. I already scouted the graveyard and I know how I want to kill it. I need to lead him to the mausoleum door and drop that heavy-ass stone slab on top of him. Then, Darren can have his precious dystopian life back.
Good. Have his precious dystopian life back. That's just great. And also there's been a few updates to this game which fixed some bugs, including the ability to go up certain walls within the game. It was mainly ways with cracks which you could go up in. So we need to take this ruby, and none of these gravestones matter, but I just feel like it's curious to see what happens if we just take a gasoline can, because oil is useful. Anyways, so let's just go over here and unlock this door using the ruby. Now, unlocking it is going to be useful for now, and it's also going to be the key towards how we're going to defeat the Demogorgon in a little while. So what we need to do is we need to go through here. We need to push these two statues over so these wisps come out. And these wisps activate the portal in order to go onto the distorted side of this graveyard. That's how we're going to interact with the Demogorgon. So, as you notice, a portal appears. Now, none of these gravestones matter, so I'm not going to interact with them in any way, sort of form. But it is interesting to see that each gravestone had, like, different writes on it, which is very nice actually. You put a different file so that a different image loads up. So what we need to do is go through here again, and now just listen. Hello there.
The heart is a precious organ, keeping the living alive, pumping blood every second of every day, never stopping, never resting. Every beast has one, and yet you seek another one.
I seek yours.
Yours is required.
Discussing how nature has turned out.
Quite. Now, in mythology, a Gorgon could also be described as a Medusa, and that is pretty self-explanatory as to what a Medusa does. Okay, so, but this one doesn't turn us to stone. Okay, so we need to look at the sewer code that we got from the car, and literally all we have to do is put shift first. So, press in 515790, that will activate this door. Now, what we don't realise is that when we go through the game, one of the keys that we couldn't have got beforehand, and one of the things I learnt between my previous playthrough of this game and this one, is that the lovely developer GameJester told me that I forgot to press control in order to jump, because that is literally a thing that I forgot to do, and it was crucial towards completing the game, otherwise it would have been impossible to do so. Poor Sap probably killed himself because he couldn't find a way out from the Gorgon's world. Okay, so let's just take Charlie's notes, because that's going to be important, because we need to press one of the switches in the switch control room. And literally Charlie's note says that we need to press the ladder switch in order to do something. It's the only thing actually that I've not yet found out what it particularly does. Okay, so switch one ladder. That's what it says on Charlie's note. So let me read the note for you here. Please, for the love of God, Charlie, do as I say and turn on the goddamn ladder switch. I need it so I can fix the mausoleum door. You're so hard-headed anyway. Lana asked if you can take over her night shift tomorrow. Okay. Okie dokie. Okay, so we need a code in order to unlock the safe. And it would be impossible for me to do this without the knowledge of knowing how to jump if we couldn't have gone over this edge, because you may think, well, bones aren't particularly useful, but the safe code is. And the safe code is... I actually forgotten what the safe code was, which is why I went back to get it, because I'm a silly person. Okay, so 63414. Lovely 5-digit code. Better than a 6-digit code. Anyways. So I'd say for a short game, this is quite hard to grasp the first time when you first enter the game, because literally some things you have to trial and error. And there is one particular part within the game at if you muck it up and then you go into this area again, you're literally trapped here. So when going through these scenarios, you have to ensure that you put items in correctly or place down items in order to proceed through the game. Otherwise, you'll have a purgatory of a time. Okay, so mausoleum, no, clearance B, pressurization. That's good. So now we can enter the left scenario, which will allow us to go. Not this one. Not that way. It's good to have all that space to run. Up here, and then left, and then up again, left again, then up. Open the lovely door. Go through this way, and then don't need to interact with any of these. Now, before we do anything else, I would like to go up here because there is a treasure chest with an item that is not that well, it is explained, but it doesn't serve a purpose within this game. That's weird. And I don't know how to pronounce a word. That kit. This should be in a psych ward or something. Okay, so let's look at the description of the trampoline kit. Tools used to drill a hole in... okay. It is used to free the demons within. So I don't know if that is going to be something in which we will need here or within a future release of Jugular. Because there is a Jugular 4 on Edgio that you can see, as I mentioned in the beginning of this episode, which you can view right now. The demo isn't out, but there's rumours that it said that it's out pretty soon. But how soon that is, only time will tell. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm going up and down, and not meant to. I need to go over this way, and over here, and then up here. If my stamina can regenerate, that would be lovely. Okay, so we need to jump over this hole. Now, this is the only place in the game where you can save, and this got me frustrated because there's literally no way of saving the game without jumping over here. Okay, so let's look at this note. Dear Danny, Luna and I had blanked pretty passionately last night, but explicitly said this was a one-time thing. She then handed me a newspaper clipping on an article about the end of the world. Did she really think that just because mythical creatures were being discovered that the end of the world would come? That stupid goblin running around in the sewers scared everyone blank? I don't like saying profanity words, okay? So we need a sword trap, and that's going to be useful for us in order to allow us to collect an item here, which we can't do so otherwise unless we put it down. Okay, so this one doesn't have anything useful. It does have a letter though, which we can pick up. So let's just read the letter out loud. You've done a good job, Martin. Ever since that incident happened, the people down here have never been the same. I want to thank you for taking the initiative to find and kill that creature. We all thought until today that myth was supposed to stay myth. Take care of yourself, Marty. We can't lose another good man like you. Or we can't lose a man. should be by the same, because this game will probably be the fact that humanity is going to be extinct because of this perpetual curse. Okay, so we need to actually interact with this, because this is the place where we need to put the sword trap down, and this is part of a mechanism in order to allow us to get an item here, which we can't do so otherwise unless we actually put that sword trap down where that is. Good. Okay, so what we need to do now is we need to go in here, and this is something I didn't get beforehand, and literally found a glitch that goes up there, and I could actually interact with this treasure chest from up there. So what we need to do is we're just going to take every item in the book, because I've been collecting pointless items like human flesh and bones and dusty books and whatnot. Okay, so what we need to do is unlock the door. We need to quickly go down here before... That wasn't like that before. Usually there was a delay, but somehow there was not a delay there, and that thing just popped out of the blue. Okay, so my mistake on that behalf was that I didn't even turn the lights on, so that was why that thing kept catching up with us. Okay, so we can use the jammer there, and then we can go back to where the Demogorgon was, and a key should appear. Or if this game is going to decide to screw us over again, then the Demogorgon will appear and kill us. Aha, there's the key. So what I did wrong on all that time was that I didn't even switch the light on, meaning that it didn't cause a delay for the Demogorgon to spawn. So that was why. Or maybe the Demogorgon does not like bright lights, which was hence why when it originally spawns with the lights off, it is able to run much faster and spawn more quickly. So in this scenario, we did good. So that was my fault there. That was entirely my fault. So use a jammer. And it's 421-234. So we need to input the code of 421-234. And that opens the door. So let me just make sure that I've got the item. Because if you go past this point without acquiring this key, you're literally stuck and you'd have to start from that process again. Now, to be here, the Demogorgon's going to spawn again, but this time around it's going to be much slower. There we go. Don't worry, there isn't two, but it lasts twice. So what we need to do is we need to... we can't input that just yet. We need to go back up here. And we need to put in the mausoleum key. Pressurize that. And then what we need to do is... We're going to make you come up here so we have some extra time in order to put the code in and escape. Otherwise you're going to be an annoyance. But the only good thing about this particular Demogorgon is that it's running slower. Which is nice on our behalf, because literally this has been screwing us over multiple times over and over again. And I don't like that. I don't like it when the mechanic of a game goes against us. Well, it's mainly because we're not doing the right things in order to interact with the game. Wait, what was the sewer code? 515790. If we can escape. 515790. Good, now we can escape. Slash. Hello. Use the gun into our favor. Okay, so you may think that's the end of it, but you're wrong. Nothing kills the Demogorgon. But luckily, we can get out of here faster than it can. So now we need to go up this ladder, press enter to take the ruby and crush the Demogorgon. There we go. Wretched thing. Even the Demogorgon can't withstand a heavy stone slabbed door. Okay, so now we can take the Demogorgon's heart. Whatever it may be, whatever it may give us, I do not know, but it is the only way to cure cancer in this universe. In this hypothetical universe of humanity and Demogorgons and other mythical creatures like goblins. Okay, so here we go. Credits. Metatron Omega. Limewood. It's a distorted version of Walking in the Air. Graphics by Jeremy Perkins. Pandur. I don't know how to pronounce that name. But yeah, this is expanding the story, and it's all probably leading up to some sort of finale. You're in the car, and now away from the cemetery. What awaits? What awaits in the next one? What awaits in Jugular 4?
They were looking at me, expecting me to do something about Barren's cancer, secretly judging me for taking too long to decide on whether to get a Demogorgon heart. Well, now the deed is done. Let us hope today is the last day we need a Demogorgon's heart.
Yep. Thanks for playing. Thank you for making it. Even though this one is much harder than the previous two incarnations. So, Jugular 4 is on its way. I don't know when it's going to be released, but the developer to say it's going to be a bit soon. Well, it's going to be soon. I'm recording this on the 8th of February of 2017, so I don't know how long it's going to be, but you'll most certainly find me on Jugular 4 when it comes out. It won't be on the release date, but it'll be the day after the release date when I upload my first video. So thank you very much for watching, folks, and we shall see each other in Jugular 4. Hopefully it will not be as difficult as this, and if it is, we may have several episodes on it, or 2, or 3, or however many episodes it takes, although I have heard that Jugular 4 is going to be a bit more grotesque than these previous incarnations. So thank you very much, and take care of yourselves.